So your story die, you have an air balloon. Um, so again, maybe there is something fun happening with your situation. Um, it also makes me feel like maybe you're doing something adventurous or stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Disclaimer, my readings are not for the faint of heart. Must have thick skin.
Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I'm going to do is to hold each deck up to the camera for you to see if it's resonating with you. And we'll go ahead and start with deck number 1. You also have story dice. So could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or is it in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Or is it in deck number 3? Could your story or message be here in deck number 3? Alright, so I hope you have made your selection. And we'll go ahead and begin with deck number 1. So your story die message, you have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. It could be that someone is literally going to like spill the tea. Maybe you're going to find out some sort of secret or hidden information. This also could be talking about something in regards to your routine. I don't know if there's something significant in regards to you visiting like Starbucks or, you know, a coffee shop, or maybe someone works at a coffee shop. And then 2, I feel like it could be kind of talking about you maybe needing more liquids in your diet. Or healing teas, especially if you're trying to cleanse your system, or if there's anything that you're trying to do holistically, and you know, taking teas with, or it could be like a good herbal remedy for you. All right, so you have the Page of Wands, the 5 of Swords, Rebirth, 3 of Shield, Queen of Wands, 6 of Swords, 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Cups. All right, so in regards to a relationship, especially if you've already met someone or if you've connected with someone, it seems like maybe you guys are trying to see where the relationship goes. It's like you're taking it one day at a time and not really trying to force a label on it. And I feel like with this connection, things are basically running smoothly initially. Maybe something feels optimistic, but then something happens where maybe you guys become distant with each other. And I feel like there's going to be some sort of challenges in communication. It could be that there's also something petty going on, like maybe somebody is trying to make the other person jealous. Or someone is being manipulative or playing mind games. I feel like, I don't know, something switches. Because initially I feel like, you know, you were really connecting with somebody, and then all of a sudden there is some sort of blockage or some sort of distance. Now, it could also be that someone is immature when it comes to communication and is not expressing or sharing certain things with you that could avoid any type of arguments or misunderstandings. And it does seem like ultimately it's like, okay, we can't continue ignoring this issue or whatever this problem is. So I feel that at some point you guys are going to have some sort of heart to heart and figure out a way to address whatever this blockage is. I feel like something is going to be blocked from going any further until this situation is fully addressed. And so it does look like you guys are able to have like some sort of conversation. And it's kind of like an open talk. It's like, okay, let's be more constructive with how this relationship is going to go. Or what I need in a relationship or what you need. You know, it just seems like there is a mature conversation that needs to be had. And I do feel that you guys are going to be able to figure out like what's the problem, you know, what needs to be done, and then just kind of resolving the issue. Now, it could be 2 fire signs involved, or maybe one of you is a fire sign. And if someone is not a fire sign, I feel like this is someone who has like that energy, that fiery nature. So someone who is just being very passionate, maybe someone who feels bossy, very direct, or wants to be in charge, wants to lead. In fact, there could have been some sort of power struggles where you were trying to force things your way and this person felt like, okay, I think it should go this way. And at some point that may have been what caused some sort of blockage. I feel like egos got in the way of something that was running smoothly. Now, if this is talking about, if it's not like a romantic relationship, this can still be talking about like some relationship that you have with someone, and even a relationship with your employer. There could be something going on where you felt like, you know, this was the perfect match for you. This is the perfect job. And maybe you started seeing like a future and feeling like, oh, okay, I can grow with this company. But at the same time, there was just kind of like being like a little cautious. And at some point down the line, there could have been some sort of misunderstanding between you and your employer. And it's like, okay, this can't keep going this way. We need to negotiate. We need to have a discussion. So I feel that you could be called in for some sort of meeting. And I feel like whatever's going on, you and your employers are trying to work together to find some sort of solution. Maybe you tried to present something to them and they weren't trying to hear it. And so you kind of did what you had to do. And whatever the case, there had been like this war of egos going on. But like I said, it looks as if you guys are going to be able to find a solution to that problem. In regards to those of you that are maybe creative, there could be something going on where you are having some sort of creative block. Maybe initially you were very passionate about something that you were wanting to do, and then something happened where, you know, maybe someone had an opinion about your creative expression, and or maybe you had people that didn't agree with something that you were doing, and you had to go back to the drawing board, or you had to revisit whatever it is that you were doing creatively, and trying to figure out like how to overcome this blockage here. Now, even in a mundane situation, there could be some sort of blockage going on with your home. Like there could be some sort of plumbing issues, just put it that way. And maybe there's a need to, get that looked at. Maybe you have been avoiding a situation, and it got to the point where it's like now it's causing a problem. In fact, I just feel like anything that has been put on a back burner is going to come back up to haunt you. It's like, okay, we can't ignore this issue anymore. So at some point, I feel like the universe wants you to look at a situation that had been stagnant and try to find a solution for it. One other thing I'm getting here is that somebody that you were close to has been acting like an enemy, or maybe you guys are just having some sort of distance or a falling out. I feel that something is needing to be rebuilt. Maybe trust is needing to be rebuilt between two people. Yeah. There could be some sort of disappointment between you and a fire sign. Or maybe this person let you down. It also could be something going on whereas this is the energy of someone around you. Someone around you is going through something. They're sad. Maybe someone's been acting a little hostile or guarded because something personal is going on in their life. But even so, I still feel that you guys are going to eventually have to have a talk, where they're going to eventually reveal to you like what's been going on in their life. There's also the possibility that someone you haven't heard from is thinking about you, but they've been too prideful to reach out. I feel like maybe this person has been thinking about you or misses you, but they have refused to let you know that they've been thinking about you. They don't want to acknowledge you. I feel like there's also some sort of, you might find out that somebody had stayed away because they were in a relationship, and a relationship had taken up all their focus. Now, you also might be acting out or feel a certain type of way because something didn't pan out the way you anticipated. I feel like you had all these hopes and dreams about something, or you were trying to hold on to some sort of fantasy. And then it's kind of like seeing the reality of a situation. Definitely kind of looks like someone pulled away because they're focusing on someone else. It could be work related for some people. Like this person is just like, okay, I don't really have time for a relationship. I need to focus on my job, or my career. It could be that, but it also could be because somebody is in a relationship and they're just, or some, like somebody, not necessarily that they cheated on you, but let's say you had just met this person, you were just getting to know them. There's a possibility that someone from the past popped up and they got pulled back into that situation and forgot about what they were building with you. And so I don't know if they're going to come back because I do see the rebuilding of something. So either they're deciding that they want to rebuild with that past person, or they're deciding that, okay, no, I'm going to continue building something with you. I feel like it's going to be the latter, but we'll see. In regards to someone's spirituality, I feel that there's been some sort of blockages, or something feels stagnant. It seems like you were very content with something in regards to your spirituality or on the spiritual path that you were on. And then you kind of hit some bumps in the road. And so it seems like there could be a blockage with that. So it seems like there is an old situation that is resurfacing, so that there can be closure. Now, it also looks like there could have been something that ended between an earth sign and an air sign. And I feel that maybe there was a fire sign that kind of interjected between what was happening between the earth and the fire sign. I'm sorry, the earth and the air sign. And I feel that maybe there had not been some sort of proper closure between these two people. But it looks like there's going to be an opportunity for the earth and the air sign to have closure. Yeah. So if you are either an earth sign or an air sign, and something ended between you and your person, I feel like it's because they got pulled away towards a fire sign. It could be a possibility that things are now wrapping up between that person and the fire sign. Not saying that you're going to want this person back, but it does look like at least maybe there's going to be some sort of closure. You also may have been unaware that someone has been holding a grudge against you. I also feel that there could be some sort of peace being restored between you and maybe a water sign, or a water sign could be like a mediator to a situation, like they come in and kind of help resolve a situation for you, or they bring two parties together. Now, if this is business related, then, you know, of course, you might not know everybody's sign who's involved, but just like the overall situation seems that if this is about career or business, that a situation is still going to be resolved. So I kind of feel that there's already been some sort of a shift, and there's already some changes that have been happening. I feel that by the end of the month, though, we're already, you know, nearing the end, but like at the end. So within like another week or so, whatever issue you've been having or blockages you've been experiencing should come to an end. So this is also potentially talking about travel as well. Like if you've been trying to travel, or if you had some sort of trip planned and it got delayed, I feel like whatever was causing that delay should be resolved by the end of the month. It could have been something in regards to you getting proper documentation, or maybe there was something that changed with the dates, like if you were going to travel for and meet up with someone for a business event, or any type of event, and maybe the dates got changed or something, so there had to be some sort of rescheduling. So whatever those delays were that caused you that whatever caused traveling delays, I feel like are going to be resolved. I feel like someone is also going to bring a plan or presentation to you. It's like, how about this? And something does sound like a really good solution. Okay, there is something disruptive about a fire energy. Something feels like a fire energy keeps trying to disrupt your situation, good or bad. It could be sabotage, especially in regards to like a jealous ex. If it's career related, it still just seems like someone wants to interrupt something after a solution has been found. Like this person keeps trying to insert themselves in a situation, and they're like, no, like do it this way. It can be good or bad. Like it's either something petty and annoying about this person, or this person is genuinely disrupting something because they have a better solution. it just kind of feels like this person is finding out something and they're just like, let me go break that up right quick. Or let me go put my stamp on it. Like, I don't know, this person is just like coming in as like a little disruptive. But it also could be that the universe is using this person as a catalyst to initiate or bring some sort of change into your life, or helping you to have some sort of awakening or realization. It just kind of feels like this energy is like a missile being sent. You might have to let me know in the comments how it turned out. Like, did this fire energy turn out to be a godsend or a spawn sin? Like, which did they turn out to be? All right, so moving on to deck number 2. All right, so your story die looks like you have like a soccer ball. A soccer ball. Like, maybe someone really is into like soccer or games. If you have children, I don't know, maybe your child is going out for the soccer team. This also could be talking about just like games in general. I don't know if someone is playing games or if your energy is about just like having fun. There could be something playful happening with your situation. If dating, maybe you're dating someone who is a ball player or some sort of an athlete. I'm also getting some sort of closure with this energy as well. All right, so you have the Page of Wands, Judgment, the Empress, Three of Pentacles, the Star, overall energy, King of Wands, the Sun, and the Knight of Cups. All right, so overall energies, it seems like you are feeling very creative or very passionate. Maybe you're excited about something. Also seems like it seems like you have like this inner child that you're exploring. You're like, something has awakened you, and maybe you're also being driven, like your will power or your drive and your desire has been activated. And it seems like you're open to learning about new things and, you know, exploring your creative side, or maybe you've found some sort of creative outlet. But it just seems like there is like this big spark of creativity that you're having. And this could be good for those of you that are wanting to work independently or to have your own job. But definitely seems like you are focusing a lot on creativity and passion and doing things that make you happy, doing things that make you feel good. This is also kind of tapping into that Venusian energy. If you have some sort of talent or some sort of gift, it just seems like the universe is like helping you explore that. Your gifts are opening up is what it seems. So you might have any type of gift. It could be that you're an entertainer, or maybe a singer, or maybe you're an artist of some type. Anything dealing with creativity seems like is being activated. You could also be getting like a lot of recognition for your gifts. Now, there's also something kind of standing out talking about a star. I don't know if you are like a rising star, or if you work around stars or celebrities, or if romantically you are dealing with someone who is like a star. Even if they're not just like huge, this person still might be a star to their peers, their community, like, or maybe this person was very popular in school. But whatever the case, it still seems like someone might have like a star quality. They get like a lot of attention, or they're very popular, or maybe, like I said, this is you kind of shining or standing out. In the sense of a relationship, again, still seems like something's happening where there's a big spark and you feel very optimistic about this person, whoever they are. You might be very playful around each other. And that again goes back to that ball coming out. So maybe they bring out your playful side and you feel like a big kid around them, because it's just so much fun. I do feel too that this is like a soulmate. Now also this person might be into dogs, or they have a dog. Something about the pets are standing out. They might be a big dog lover, or like they have like this big dog, especially like the poodle, like them brown poodle. I don't know if you ever seen like them big brown poodles, so adorable. But yeah, this person might really be into pets or dogs. But yeah, I kind of feel like there could be something happening where maybe you are in the vicinity of your soulmate. I don't feel like a relationship has started. In fact, there may be just an energy or a vibe that you're getting from someone, or maybe something that's starting off platonic. But it does seem like this person is your soulmate. Now, if something does start off platonic, I kind of feel like eventually there is a stronger physical attraction that starts to develop between the two of you. It seems like you're also having to be open to whatever the situation is. You're having to be open-minded. Something else I was getting ready to say about this. Oh, yeah. So another thing is that a relationship could start off long distance. But whatever is happening, I feel that this is the universe like responding to your prayers. And I feel like your faith is also being restored, because you feel like, you know, your hopes and wishes are coming into fruition. It also looks like you're being rewarded or gifted with something, or something is coming easy to you. Like you're just like, I didn't even have to do much, and things just worked out. Or I was minding my own business, and you know, I wasn't looking for a job, and then this company just wanted to hire me all of a sudden. Like something's going on where it seems like you are just kind of like putting little effort into something, or something comes easy to you. Now, I personally always just kind of feel like if something is coming easy to you, then it's definitely like for you or meant for you. Yeah. So I would pay attention to whatever is happening in your life, because it seems like, this is your gift, or this is how you're being rewarded. This is also good energy for like easy work, work that you enjoy, maybe even working from home. If you wanted a part-time job doing something creative, or a part-time job just able to do whatever you want, because I'm just getting like freedom, creative expression, or creative freedom, just like everything just seems like accessible to you. You're like, this is so easy. I feel like whatever that is happening for you. Maybe you wanted like an easy part-time job, and I kind of feel like this is what is being given to you. Or maybe something feels like a part-time job because you're having so much fun at work. Or maybe you're surrounded by a lot of fun people. I feel like this is a situation too where it just feels like time is just like flying by because you're having fun. There are still some things that, or it seems like there is a past situation that is also resurfacing, or an opportunity for you to address the past. Also, if you have been waiting for a response, I feel like a decision has been made, and maybe something has been ruled in your favor. You might feel lucky, or you're like, why am I so lucky? Or, it's kind of like that old saying, thank your lucky stars. I really just kind of feel that the stars are aligning for you. Something is happening that you're excited about, or that is coming easy to you because it's in alignment with your birth chart. So I kind of feel like there's also some sort of transit that could be happening that is very favorable for your birth chart. Maybe the sun is transiting over your ascendant, which is a good thing. Like if you're, especially I guess, like if you're a Libra rising. Hey Libras. We can't wait. Okay, but yeah, it's something could be happening like if you're like Libra rising, and maybe because the sun's transit over your ascendant is opening something up to you and making something accessible to you that maybe isn't usually accessible for everyone else. Or maybe you're Aquarius ascendant and is making things possible for you. Maybe right now is a good time to be Libra or Aquarius ascendant because something seems to be happening in your favor. I will also look to where Venus is sitting in your birth chart, because that could also give a clue in regards to the luck that you're having in your life. So maybe you have Venus in the second house, and that could be a good transit for you to make money, especially doing Venetian things like beauty and art, or maybe things pertaining to relationships. Maybe you have Venus sitting in your seventh house. So maybe you're having more luck when it comes to relationships, and not just romantic relationships, but business relationships, business contracts. So whatever is happening that seems like you feel like you're having like some good luck or you're being rewarded, I feel like it's because of some sort of positive transit that you're experiencing. Now, someone could also be very generous. Either you are feeling very generous and maybe helping or assisting people because you have like an abundance of it, abundance of wealth, or you have abundance of time. You're like, yeah, I can babysit, I got time. Whatever it is, it's like it could be that you're doing something very generous for others. Or you are on the receiving end of this generosity. Maybe someone is assisting you in a big way. If you have not heard from a fire sign in a long time, this person ghosted you, or they just were MIA, you didn't know what happened to this person, there's a strong possibility that this person reaches out to you. Now also, there could be something in regards to deployment or war. Like if someone was in the military and they have been on active duty in like a war zone, it's possible that you're hearing from this person. From a spiritual standpoint, there's a possibility that there is a spirit around you, maybe either protecting you or helping you, and it's coming off as a younger spirit. It could be a child, could be a teenager, but also could be someone who passed in their 20s. But I feel like I'm not, and that's not a prediction. This is talking about like a spirit that could be around you that has already transitioned or crossed over. In fact, something could be trying to get your attention. Yeah, you may have ignored the signs, or maybe have been dismissive because you just didn't think too much of something. But there is a possibility that there is like a spirit that's been trying to get your attention. Yeah, I feel like this spirit is trying to help you. Also, on a mundane level, there could be something that needs to be checked with someone's car. I feel that someone is trying to pay you back, or gift you or give you something. Somebody may be trying to make up for the past. If someone owes you money, there's a possibility that someone is going to give it to you. It also could be going back to, like I was saying, like someone feeling generous and giving you some assistance or help. You might initially try to fight against something or fight against it, and then eventually kind of like embrace it. Like your pride might get in the way of you receiving something initially. I feel like this is also about receiving anything that is valuable to you or anything that gives you a sense of security. Now, the shadow side of this when it comes to, and there it goes, relationships, is that someone that is in a relationship is wanting to take you out. They're wanting to take care of you or treat you. And I feel like initially you're against it. But I feel like this person is convincing you that it's okay. It could be because they have an arrangement with their person, and even though it's still, they're like, it's okay, I'm not cheating, they know about it, this is what we do, they have permission. I think what it is that, and that might be where that open part came from, somebody is approaching you about an open relationship. It's like they're in an open relationship, so it's not considered cheating, and they're being honest with you, and they're telling you the whole shtick. They're like, yeah, this is what it is. This is how we do. This is how it goes. I just want you to be down because I really want to take you out, or I want to do this and that. And I feel like you might initially, say no, but then I don't want to say you come to your senses, but it's kind of like this person's offering XYZ, like make the best of it. And I'm not trying to encourage people to do that. Of course you have your own mind, but from what I'm getting, the energy I'm getting here is like somebody is just like, why not? And I think too, there's some sort of negotiating that takes place. Kind of like, well, if I agree to this, then this is what I'm going to need. And I kind of feel like the person is like, I could do that. I could work with that. So when it comes to a love situation, that might be where the open mind part is coming from. I also kind of feel like maybe that is why something does not have an official status or label. It's like it's not labeled. It just is what it is. In regards to fertility, if someone is trying to get pregnant, it seems like that could be a possibility. Or maybe someone has already found out the news that they're pregnant after having problems with conceiving. The other thing I'm seeing is that going back to a love situation, you could be dealing with someone who likes to put babies in people. So it's just like, okay, this is how I keep control, or this is how I stay in someone's life, is by giving them a baby. Yeah. So there is that possibility as well. Um, I I feel like you're also having more of a clear understanding of something, or you're having clarity about something. Like you know the truth, which is empowering for you. From a creative perspective, it seems like you're also being impregnated with ideas, these creative ideas. So if you work in a creative field, especially if you're already in the industry, there could be something going on where you're getting paid for your ideas. Yeah, the only shadow side about this, like I see a lot of good things going on, but it's still some sort of karmic debt. Like this is part of someone's karmic debt. And sometimes I do feel like something can still be a karmic debt and be like fun, or it's just like I like this debt, or I like the way that this debt came to be. So it's still something a little fun about the karmic debt that you're having to repay, whether it's talking about a relationship or something career-wise. It does seem like good energy for having independence as well. There is a possibility that your dream could become a reality, whether it's a dream job or a dream relationship. Whatever it is, it seems like a dream come true. There could be times where you're still kind of hesitant or having doubts and kind of like going back and forth with something. I feel like something could be the answers to your financial struggles. I feel like you're going to find a solution to your financial struggles, or you're finding a solution to any situation where you felt like you were lacking in. Like there was a situation where you felt like you didn't have enough of what you needed. And I feel like there's going to be a way for you to have that now. Also, if you have been struggling and looking for work, I do feel like you're going to find it, even if it's part-time. If it's part-time, I feel like that might be ideal for you anyway, because it allows you to still do your own thing. It's like more so if you have your own business. I feel like someone's mother is looking over them. Even if they're alive, it still kind of feels like someone's mother is helping or able to assist. I also feel that either you are praying for a lot of people or a lot of people are praying for you. Or there's been several people that have been sending prayers your way. It also looks like something is being cleansed or purified. So if something was initially toxic or unhealthy, it seems like it's being purified. Health-wise, this can represent maybe finding a solution, a cure, or a treatment to something that you could be dealing with. Now, of course, I'm no doctor, but just from a spiritual perspective, it looks like any disease or illness is able to be treated, cured, or managed, but especially treated or cured. If someone's health had been bad, I feel like it's being restored. All right, so moving on to deck number 3. All right, so your story die, you have an air balloon. So again, maybe there is something fun happening with your situation. It also makes me feel like maybe you're doing something adventurous or stepping outside of your comfort zone. This can also represent seeing something from a higher perspective. I'm just kind of feeling like you are in the air and able to look down and see a situation from all angles. So maybe in a sense you're being asked to view a situation or make decisions objectively, able to detach emotionally from a decision, from a situation, so that you can make the best and highest decision. There could also be something about a trip coming up or traveling, especially like a fun trip. Something that maybe requires you to get in the air. So yeah. All right. You have the Sun. The Page of Cups. 6 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. The Chariot. You have overall energy, 6 of Cups. Justice. And the Emperor. Okay, so a lot of that was in the story dies. So again, you having to make some sort of diplomatic decision, which requires you to, detach emotionally and look at all sides to make like the best and highest decision, a fair decision. And then too, again, it looks like maybe there's some sort of trip or maybe you're having some sort of fun. So yeah, overall energies is talking about like a soulmate and someone that maybe you have like a soul agreement with, a soul tie with. And I feel like maybe you guys have been together before in a previous life. And this person is like returning to you or you're returning to each other. I feel like you're about to have fun. I feel that it's time for the two of you to come together. And it's time to live out this contract here. It is a possibility that someone has been waiting to come forward. So it could be that someone has been specifically looking for you or waiting for you, or just observing you from a distance. Or it could be that someone was just like looking for something but didn't know who they were looking for. They just knew their person was out there. And so it's like, okay, I found my person. We're finally together. So I feel like it is time for, you to find whatever it is that you've been looking for. The both of you have been, in search of each other. And I feel like there is this excitement because of that. It's like we found each other, and just being together and being happy. You might feel like you found your best friend, or it's like your friends and your lovers. And I feel that you also have like this sense of freedom or liberation. It feels like you've been set free. You're like, oh, finally. And this also seems like the type of soul contract that is lighthearted. Like, it's still karmic, but it's not like the one that feels like a burden. This is like about having fun. You also might feel like you're in a spotlight, or again, maybe this person is lifting your spirits or has you on a pedestal, but I kind of feel like it's mutual. This is about mutual love and support. Just in general, even if it's not about like a romantic friendship or relationship, it still seems that something is part of your soul contract, your soul agreement, and you're living out something that is fun and exciting. If you wanted your freedom or independence, it seems like that is being given to you. I feel like you could have also been dealing with something that was dealing with courts, literal contracts and legal documents. That's what I was looking for. Sorry. And it seems like if you do receive some sort of news about a legal situation, you're excited about it. Like, this should be good news. This also kind of looks like being even, like with any type of debts. It's like, okay, finally I broke even, or I'm debt free, or I don't have to worry about this debt anymore. So yeah, it just seems like you are at peace because you feel balanced now. So something could have been off balanced in your life, and now things are back in alignment. So yeah, you could be getting like some sort of recognition at I was gonna say school. I don't know why I said school, but maybe you are in school. I don't know, but you could be getting some sort of recognition for it. Or maybe, yeah, you could be like a teacher and maybe you're getting some sort of award, or being recognized for your work. But it doesn't matter what it is professionally. It just seems like you're getting recognition for it. And you feel good. Like something is giving you like a big ego boost. You could also be feeling creative, or maybe something is bringing out your creative side. If there is something that you wanted to do in youth or in childhood, it seems like you're able to live that out now. You're like, man, ever since I was little, I wanted to do XYZ. And here it is I feel like it's coming true. And you're happy and excited that you're getting to live out some sort of childhood fantasy or childhood dream. And again, it seems like this is like in alignment with looking at situations objectively. It seems like you keep having to look at all sides of a situation before you give an opinion or a judgment about something. You're like, let me make sure I understand all sides. And it seems like your patience is also paying off. Seems like you have an edge over competitors in regards to a situation, or something is helping you to stand out. This is representing you defeating obstacles and enemies in front of you. Maybe you also have like the courage to do something. And it seems like you're being driven. You're like, okay, it's like you're confident and driven. And you're just like confident to move forward with something. You're like, I'm not afraid. I feel like you're facing your fears. I feel like nothing can hurt you. So whatever's going on, you have like some sort of protective armor on. And, I just kind of feel like you're being protected as well in regards to whatever it is that you're doing. So this can also be talking about a visitor. Maybe there is someone that is coming to visit you, but it still seems like you would be excited about it. This is you also putting yourself first. Or you see that that's what you needed to do. You're like, I'm glad that I put myself first. Because putting yourself first is leading you towards victory, leading you towards good things. Yeah. Your patience is going to pay off as well, because it looks like maybe you had to be patient for certain things to happen. And I feel like you're going to see the fruits of your labor. Things are starting to come into fruition for you. So the number 7 could be significant for you, as well as 6s. You might be seeing synchronicities of 6s and 7s to also maybe confirm or maybe let you know that you're on the right path. From a metaphysical standpoint, you could be doing like a lot of astral traveling or flying dreams. But it seems like you might be having a type of dreams where you're aware that you're dreaming and you're just like able to explore the dream life. And you're able to like go different places, and you're like, okay, let me go here, and you're like instantly there. So from a metaphysical standpoint, definitely seems like you're having fun in astral traveling. Now, you could also be setting boundaries. So I don't know if someone is challenging you in that way, but if they are, it doesn't matter, because it just really seems like you're in control of everything, and you're able to set boundaries. You don't have to conform. You also could be paving out your own pathway. So yeah, that's another thing. So there could be some sort of situation that you're in where you didn't fit in over here, or you didn't fit in over there. So you created your own lane. You created your own pathway. And people respect that. Especially maybe like in the career field. Like maybe there was something that you were wanting to do, and they were just like, oh, we don't need you in this position, or we don't need you in this department. And you kind of were like, well, you know what? How about this? Who's doing that? And maybe you bring something to the attention of the company that is needed. And so they're like, oh, okay, well, if you want to run this, you go right ahead. I'm glad that you pointed it out. And it just seems like, you're being pulled in a certain direction and, able to rise above everybody else. Like I said, it just seems like you're coming out as the victor and you're finding your own lane. I feel like, too, if you were looking for a niche, you're going to find it. You're going to find what it is. You're like, oh, okay, I found my specialty. This is what I'm going to do. No one else is doing this, or very few people. And then did I say school on here? Because it's funny, because it does look like there is something significant when it comes to education again. So maybe someone is passing like the bar exam, or maybe someone had any type of difficult exam that they had to defeat, and it seems like you are going to defeat it. It's like finally you're passing some sort of exam that was like a challenge. Someone also could have been trying to get their CDL, and maybe that was something that they were scared of, or something about it was challenging, whether it's the driving test or the written test. But I feel like somebody is passing something with flying colors. In regards to a relationship, I feel like you're meeting someone who feels like your match. You're finding someone who is maybe ready for a commitment. Now, in order to have like this happiness, it still comes with a sacrifice. So there is something that you're needing to let go of or give up, or walk away from, but you're going to have like abundance and or security if you do this. So especially if this is like a career, like let's say you found your dream job, or someplace where, you really enjoy, or like I said, you created some sort of lane for yourself. You found a need for something and created a business around it. It still seems like you have to give something up. So maybe you discovered something for a company and they're just like, can you implement this in another country? Like, we've got a division in this country. You mind doing that? You mind going there? So it's just like having to relocate. If it's about entering some sort of committed relationship, I'm not sure what you're having to walk away from. Maybe it has to do with your values. Like maybe you had some sort of, you made a promise to yourself, but it turns out that the relationship that you're entering is not in alignment with those traditional values that you grew up with. Not saying that it doesn't have values, but maybe not the ones that you grew up with. So you're having to let that go. Especially if religious wise, you grew up in a household that really value someone who would be like the same religion as you, but you met someone outside that religion, but at the same time, it's just like, well, like, it's not in alignment with what I grew up with, but I'm willing to commit to this person because it's worth it. It just seems like the payoff is worth it. Seems like you're also signing some sort of contract or an agreement. You might need a lawyer for something. You could be involved with an Aries, Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, maybe a Leo. Yeah, and possibly a Pisces. Okay, I kind of feel to like someone is maybe flirting with you. Someone comes off as having maybe two personalities. Like 1 minute this person has a big personality, the next minute they are very shy and passive. Yeah, I kind of feel like someone is bold 1 minute and then the next thing you know, they are more so just like indirectly hinting at certain things instead of just like directly stating it. I feel like you're also bonding with someone, and the two of you are learning about each other, and learning about each other's love languages. So the only thing is that I see maybe multiple dating. Like, even though I see like a soulmate standing out, you actually could have more than one, or maybe like you're dating and you feel strongly connected to more than one person. It just still feels like you're getting to know maybe more than one person. That is a possibility. Something about green is standing out to me. So I kind of feel like there is growth or financial abundance happening. There could also be something about having land or developing land. Maybe someone is wanting to farm. Okay, I see a big flirt coming your way. This is someone who's very flirty. Maybe gets like a lot of attention. Very attractive. But something is happening in secret. I kind of feel like initially you enter something with optimism and excitement, and then the more you find out about it, after you've already agreed, you start to have doubts and start wondering if you made a mistake or feeling like you don't know if you can go through with something. Even if it is like that dream job and you're like super excited, and then something happens where you're like, I don't know if I can go through with it. Like, maybe I want to back out of this agreement. And it seems like you start backtracking and you're starting to ask yourself why you're doing this. I feel like you're going to have to take an assessment of the situation and figure out why you're starting to have doubts and starting to wonder again if something is worth it, because initially it seemed like, the risk was worth the reward. But now you're having doubts. It's like the more you look into something, you're like, am I ready for this? Now, another scenario I'm getting, going back to this flirty person, they're looking for something. There is something that's missing in their life, and I feel like they find it in you. The more you get to know this person, the more lonely they start to come off. You're like, this person seems like they're really lonely, or like they have like a void in their life. If you have a strong social media presence, there could be something significant in regards to who's following you. You might be surprised at who's following you. Yeah, so it looks like you are pulling back to make sure that you're making the right decision about something. You're like, let me make sure this is the best decision for me. Let me make sure I'm not making this decision for other people, but for myself. So I kind of feel like you're having like this inner dialogue, and you are realizing that maybe you were looking at something or part of a situation through rose-tinted glasses, and asking yourself, do you still want to be a part of this, whatever this is, knowing what you know now? And again, it feels like it could be talking about a romantic relationship or something in regards to your career or business. Or it could be anything, a living situation, whatever it is, you're trying to make a logical decision, and you're weighing both sides, looking at all the pros and cons, and trying to boil it down to something. And I feel like you also might really be dealing with something legal, legally binding, a contract. If you need to have a lawyer look over something for you before you sign it, be sure that you do it. And it also seems like you want to make sure that something's going to be a good investment, whether it's a good investment in a relationship or a career or a piece of property. You're like, let me make sure that this is a good investment and that I'm not going to waste my time. It's possible too that a fire sign is giving you some sort of option or ultimatum, and you're just kind of like trying to see if you want to accept this offer. Even in regards to a relationship, it does seem like there is something questionable about it, what you're being asked to enter into. Is either some sort of secret relationship or something taboo about the relationship. At the end of the day, it looks like you are choosing to pursue your dreams. You're doing what makes you happy. It looks too like you're not going to let anything stand in your way. You also might feel the need to protect or defend something that you've established. Maybe you feel like you worked way too hard for something, or you've already invested so much time into something that you're not willing to give it up or throw it away or whatever it is, and you're choosing to fight for something that you believe in. Even if you do feel like something is like far-fetched, or if something is like, what do you call it? Or if you're like aware that you're wearing rose-tinted glasses, it just still seems like you're aware of it, but you're going to do it anyway. You're like, you know what? I don't care. Like, this is what I want to do. And so you are driven to complete something. Now, this can also indicate someone pursuing you no matter what. Even if you have told this person no, or even if it seems like the odds are against you and this person being together, I feel like this person is determined to pursue you. They're not giving up. And it does look like maybe someone has fallen along the way, or they fell down, but they just picked themselves back up and they're just like, I'm doing this by any means necessary. Someone also might feel the need to win by any means necessary, even if that means bending the law or breaking a law, especially in regards to a work situation. This also looks like someone choosing to move forward in a lawsuit. Someone also may be just doing something in the name of justice. Yeah, but for the most part, I mean, I feel that, you know, you are winning, or you are coming out as the victor in this situation. Yeah. All right. So, ooh, those cards was talking to me today, y'all. So hopefully you got some clarity or confirmations that you needed. But feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.